All right, hello. My name is Ling Bisecker, and I am going to start by sharing my screen today. So if you won't mind, just give me one moment while I get everything settled, and then I will share my screen. So if you're joining me today on Wednesday, I'm going to let people funnel in for a little bit of time before we get started. So feel free to read this disclaimer for a moment. If you're wondering what you need to get started today, you'll just need some space, a mat maybe, or some carpeted area to get comfortable. And then from there, really just get settled. We're going to start slowing down today. We're going to do a yoga Pilates class. It's going to be more yoga and more like core layers added on. So this will be my last class filming for BC. Next week, Eva will be taking over. I have absolutely loved my time with you all. So I hope you enjoy this last Wednesday class that I'll be teaching. So from here, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to drop in the chat box the playlist. So let me do that now. And if you're joining me on YouTube, you can find that playlist on our BC website as well. So from here, if you'd like, I'm going to start playing my music right now. So meet me on your mat. So let's start seated in something called Sukhasana or easy pose. You cross at your shins, your feet are flexed here. And you take a moment and I invite you to center yourself. So that might be closing your eyes or it might be keeping them open. And then take a couple of breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. Good. Just let it all go. And breathing here. If you're joining me with the playlist with the Beatles here today, just take a moment, listen, use some of your senses, full awareness. Good. From here, we're going to take some arm lifts and circles. Inhale those arms up first. Exhale, big T. Circle those arms forward. Couple more seconds forward. Circle those arms back. And release. Good. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, big T. Circle the arms forward. Just a few seconds. Don't worry about how many circles you're doing. Circle the arms back. Just waking up the body slowly here. And release. Good. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, big T last time. Circle the arms forward a couple of times. Circle the arms back. And let it go. Good. Cross opposite shin in front. Balancing it out. Good. From here, inhale those arms up. We're going to start by taking our right hand around our left wrist. Inhale here. Exhale over to the right. Inhale back to center. Left hand around right wrist. Open up to the left. Come back to center. Open up, arms big T. Right arm underneath the left. Give yourself a big hug here. Shake it out. Open up, big T. Left arm underneath the right. Give yourself a big hug here. And release. Good. From here, roll those shoulders back a couple of times, big circles. And maybe take a couple of rolls with the head and neck. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, to be honest, right now. We're just getting used to moving our body. So maybe you circle out those wrists. If you're with me, we're gonna send those legs out. I'm gonna move sideways so you can see the side of me, but you can just stay facing towards your screen right now. From here, I'm just gonna circle out my wrists and my ankles, just moving the hands and feet in different directions. You can spell out the alphabet. You could write your name in cursive, whatever it is for you, honestly. Now, I don't often start my class with a lot of forward folds, but for today, I just want to get a little bit of that into the practice. So if your hamstrings are really tight and you just want to fold like this, don't worry about going too far down. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, just hinge forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hinge forward. One more time. Inhale, hinge up. Exhale, fold forward. Good. And then slowly come back up with an inhale. From here, we're going to lower the hands beside us. Palms face down, fingers face towards the feet. We're going to bend those knees in. And from here, we push down through the hands and through the feet to lift the hips. Look at how that stretches your shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the hips back down towards the earth. Stretch out the wrists by flipping the hands, palms face up, backs of the hands press into the floor for just a moment. Switch, so palms back down towards the ground, fingers facing towards the feet. Lift the hips and hold for a moment. Stretching out your shoulders here with an inhale. Exhale, lower back down. Flip the palms, palms face up, backs of the hands press into the floor. Breathe in here. Good. Release those hands, palms face down. Lift the hips. Hold here for 3, 2, 1, and lower the hips. From here, flip the palms, stretch the backs of those wrists. Good. And from here, release. Now from here, if you'd like, you can sweep your feet around or cross at the shins like this. Come forward into a tabletop position. We're going to take a few rounds of cat-cow here. So first, you're going to drop your belly, lift your tailbone, open up the collarbones, open up your throat, cow tilt. Now, starting at your tailbone, tuck your tailbone, round your back, chin to your chest, cat stretch. And we breathe. Inhale here, cow tilt. Exhale, cat stretch. Inhale, cow tilt. Exhale, cat stretch. And then find that neutral flat back. Flip those right toes, reach that right leg back behind you. Left arm lifts, bicep by the ear. We inhale here. Exhale, elbow to knee underneath your body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, elbow to knee underneath your body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, elbow to knee. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lift. And release arm and leg down towards the ground. Switching sides here, but first, we're going to take 3 rounds of cat-cow. So cow tilt with your inhale. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, cat stretch. Inhale, open up, cow tilt. Exhale, cat stretch. 1 more time. Inhale, open up, cow tilt. Exhale, cat stretch. Finding your neutral spine position here. We flip the left toes, reach that left leg back. Tent the right hand, reach that right arm forward. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow to knee for 5. Inhale. 4. Inhale. 3. Inhale. 2. Inhale. And 1. Inhale here. Lower the arm and leg down towards the ground. Good. From here, bring your inner thighs together, calves together. Arms are going to walk a handprint forward and press back into that child's pose. Stretching out your back body here. Now, if you're someone whose shoulders might be bothering you a little bit, this is something that will open up the heart a little bit, but it can also cause a lot of strain on the shoulders and on the knees. So if you need some extra cushioning and you have it, you can always put a blanket in between your knees or a block underneath your head to make this a little bit easier for yourself. Just some options. You're not alone if you're experiencing discomfort. Just being here in your body, just trying to breathe. Take it 1 day at a time. Walk your arms over to the right just to stretch out the side body again. If you want to deepen the stretch, take your left hand, bring it on top of your right. Just stretching through that left side a little bit more. Keep that left hip reaching back over the heel. And then walk your arms back to center. And then over to the left. This time you might add on by reaching your right hand over your left. Sending that right hip back, and we hold for another 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourselves back to center. Now from here, we find our way into a plank position. So shoulders over those wrists, flip those toes and send those legs back. Now, if you're someone whose butt is up like this, I want to invite you to walk your hands out a little bit. For many of us, to make this easier, we don't go as long in our plank as we might need to. You might notice you're rounding here through your shoulders and spine. Keep that lift, but open your collarbones. Open your collarbones and send your tailbone back towards your heels. I'm talking a lot to distract you from the fact that we're holding a plank for a little bit of time. Inhale here. We're going to take a modified Chaturanga Vinyasa flow to start, so you lower the knees together. This is something you can do throughout today's practice. Elbows hug in towards your body as you lower all the way towards the floor. Release out those toes, baby cobra lift here. Hands stay on the ground for this first variation. Elbows hug towards each other. Exhale, lower the head towards the ground, lift the low belly, find your way back into that half plank, so knees are on the ground. Flip your toes, downward facing dog. Now this might be the Vinyasa flow you do through today's class, and that's more than enough. We're gonna add on here by inhale, right leg lift. Exhale, knee to nose through plank, right toes hug your left inseam. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, knee to nose, hugging your right toes to that left inseam. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose, hug your toes, that left inseam, and then you're gonna step your foot in between your hands. So if it doesn't quite reach, that's okay. I would prefer that your knee comes down like this, then out to the side. Right hand comes behind that ankle, steps that foot forward. Tent the fingers here for a moment, inhaling. Exhale, drop that back knee down for 3. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, drop that back knee down for 2. Inhale, lift up. Last time, exhale, drop that back knee down. Release out those toes. Inhale, lift those arms up towards the sky. Now, I know you won't be able to see me in the same way, but same action as before. Right hand comes around left wrist here. Lengthen the left side body and maybe open up to the right a little bit. This is going to require pressing down through that left shin, pressing down through that right heel. Inhale here and come back to center. Exhale, hands to the heart. Now, right hand can come to the thighs. You twist open to the right a little bit more, or back of that left arm can come to the outside of the thigh. Your right hand can make a fist, push down into that palm. Gaze over your right shoulder here, inhaling. And exhaling. One more time, inhale here. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale those arms up. Release those hands down towards the ground, straightening that front leg. Scissoring those hips. Good, breathing here. Nice work. Inhaling and exhaling. And then slowly bend that right knee again. Flip the left toes, lift that left leg. We're going to step back into a plank position. Now, those of you who are working on core strength, stay here. Otherwise, come to the outer edge of the left foot, inner arch of the right foot. Feet are one in front of the other for this first variation. Right hand might come to the hip as you find your side plank, your Sukhasan here. Inhale. Exhale, we hold for another 2. Exhale, 1 more. And exhale, right hand back down towards the ground. Now, we're going to add on to that modified Vinyasa flow. So, knees to the ground. Now, this time as you lower, shoulders stay in front of the elbows. Ardha Chaturanga, half Chaturanga. Release those toes. Release the hips towards the ground. Thighs are on the ground. Variation of Cobra here. Good. Thighs are on the floor for this one. Now, lift the low belly, bend the knees, and slowly send your hips back, downward facing dog. Good. Walk your feet out. Now, if that really hurt your low back, I want you to listen to your body here. Find your way back all the way to the floor in our next variation, baby cobra lift. Now from here, left leg is going to lift up. Inhale here. Exhale, knee to nose through plank. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose through plank, toes hugging your inseam. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. And again, step that foot in between your hands. Maybe left hand comes behind your ankle to walk it forward. Tent your fingers if you'd like. Inhaling here. Exhale, knee to the ground for 3. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to the ground for 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to the ground for 3. Release out those toes. Reach those arms up towards the sky. Now again, we lengthen through both sides of the torso. Left hand can come around right wrist. Lengthen up and open up to the left. Keeping those hips square. Inhale here and exhale. Come back up to center. Exhale, hands to the heart. Now as we twist, open to the left. Left hand again, come to the thighs. Your right arm reaches the outside of that leg. You can stay here. If you'd like, make a fist with your left hand. Press into that right arm and gaze over your left shoulder here. Inhaling here and exhaling. One more time, inhale. And exhale, come back to center. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, hands towards the floor. Straighten out that front leg, inhale. Scissoring out those hips, lengthening the body forward. Good, bend that left knee. Weight shifts into the hands. You flip the right toes, lift that right leg. Left foot comes to the hips. And as you step back into that plank, you come to the outer edge of the right foot, inner arch of the left foot. You can stay here. You can always bring your left hand to the hip for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower that left hand down towards the ground. We're going to take the same variation of the vinyasa we took last time. So we lower the knees to the earth. Ardha Chaturanga, shoulders are in front of the elbows, elbows hugging in towards the side body. Release out those toes. Thighs are on the floor as you lift up here. Cobra pose. Bhujangasana here as you inhale. Open up the collarbones, press down evenly through the palms of the hands. Lift your low belly. Flip your toes. Lift your hips downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana here. We're going to lift those hips. Armpits are going to hug in towards each other. Inhale here, exhale. Right leg lifts with an inhale. Exhale, knee to left elbow or armpit. It might not reach. You might be here, and that's more than enough. The further you go forward, the more easy it is to drop your weight into one side of your body. Keep it evenly distributed through both hands, lifting with those arms, and then come back to center. Inhale here. Exhale, knee to the left elbow or armpit. Inhale, center. And exhale, knee to left elbow or armpit. Hold it there. And when you're ready, you're going to reach that knee back to center, squaring out those hips. Step that right foot forward. It might not reach all the way, and that's okay. Good. From here, back knee taps down for 3. Lift. For 2. Lift. Last one. And lift. Good. Push down through the right heel. Reach both arms up now. Holding here with your breath. I want you to make those goalposts or cactus arms so you'll look like this, facing towards the front. Breathing here, inhale. Exhale, elbows come together. Inhale, open up. Exhale, elbows come together. One more time, inhale, open up. Exhale, elbows come together. Now when you're ready, inhale, open up. This left arm is gonna hug underneath your right as you give yourself a big hug. Inhaling here, exhale. You soften here that back knee if you'd like. A little stretch through that left hip forward, right hip back. And then inhale those arms up. Exhale, lower the hands down towards the ground. Left hand is on the floor, right hand is on the thigh. As you inhale, lengthen the spine forward. Exhale, twist to the right for 3. Come back to center. To the right for 2. Come back to center. To the right for 1 and reach that right arm up towards the sky. Left thigh is lifting this whole time and hip is coming forward. Lower right hand down towards the floor. Now, if you want to make this in one motion, we're coming into that side plank again. If you'd like, you can always step into plank and move your way there. Otherwise, weight is shifting to the hands. You come to the outer edge of the left foot here as you stack the right foot on top. Right hand is going to come to the hip as you breathe here for 3. For 2. And 1, come back down to center. Now we add on. So if you'd like to take a full chaturanga with me, shoulders come in front of your middle fingers, elbows hug in towards your body, thighs are lifting here, even as the gravity is taking you down. Release those toes, inhale, open up the heart, open up the chest. Weight is in the hands and the tops of the feet here. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, hold for a moment. Lift with the low belly, drag the toes back, downward facing dog. Good, walk the feet out. Notice if this is aggravating on your wrists and take one of the other variations from today. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to right elbow or armpit. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to right elbow or armpit. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to right elbow or armpit. Again, the weight is evenly distributed. Bring your self back to center. Step that left foot forward. Good, stretch out those wrists, whatever you need here. Scissoring those hips. Back leg taps down for 3. Inhale, lift. 2. Inhale, lift. Last one. Inhale, lift. Good. Inhale those arms up towards the sky for this variation. Now, if you'd like, you can soften through that back leg, softening your tailbone towards the floor. Left hip back, right hip forward. Good. Lengthening through the torso. This time we make goal-posted arms. Inhale here. Exhale, elbows come together. Inhale, open up. Exhale, elbows come together. Inhale, open up. Exhale, elbows come together. Inhale, open. Right arm underneath your left as you give yourself a big hug here. Inhaling here. And exhaling. Just give yourself a little extra love. And release. Inhaling those arms up. Exhale, we lower the hands down towards the floor. Right arm on the ground this time, left arm on the thigh. Inhale, spine forward. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. One last time, inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Reach that left arm up towards the sky. Hold for another 2. And 1. Take that left arm back down towards the ground. Again, we're finding our way into a side plank. So take as many steps as you need. If you want, plant your hands. Step that left foot back so it stacks on top of the right, outer edge of the right foot on the floor. Left hand comes to the hip. Vashisthasana here as we breathe. Hold for another 2. And 1. Lower that left hand down towards the floor. Plank position. Now, option, any variation from before, or Chaturanga, shoulders in front of the elbows. Hug those elbows in. Release those toes. Press through the hands, tops of the feet to open up the collarbones here. Lift your low belly. Flip your toes. Downward facing dog. Hug those armpits in towards each other here. Inhaling here. We have one more set. So, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to the outside right elbow or armpit. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale through plank. Hug that knee as far up towards the armpit as you can. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to right elbow or armpit. And again, we bring that knee back to center. We step that foot forward in between your hands as whatever variation you like. Now this time, instead of lowering the knee to the ground, we're gonna try to lift that back foot off the floor and tap it back down. Good. Lift that foot off the floor. Tap it towards the ground. One last time, lift that foot off the floor and hold. Now the toes might be an inch off the ground, or maybe one day that eye can be parallel. We work our hands towards our heart as we balance here. Good, inhale here, exhale. Now lift that left knee up towards your chest. Find your balance here. And if you can, left thigh crosses over your right thigh. Give yourself a little bit of a hug here with those inner thighs, eagle legs. Now left arm is gonna come underneath your right. Give yourself a big hug. Maybe backs of the arms come together, palms come together. I had to do this as this is eagle pose, Garudasana. We are the BC Eagles. Once an eagle, always an eagle, right? So we breathe. I would look at you, but balance. Release those hands back to the heart. Release out those legs. Warrior 3, hands by your hips. Hands can come to the floor as you step that foot back. Good work, nice core. Now walk your hands back a little bit. This time we're gonna lengthen the hamstring a little bit more. So we start to straighten out that right leg. We send that right hip back, left hip forward. Open up the collarbones, breathing here. Inhaling and exhaling. And then bend that right leg. Weight shifts into the hands. And again, side plank option. Again, if you'd like, stack the feet. Right hand to the hip. Now, final variation. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. Right leg lifts and hold for 3, 2, 1. Release down, plank. Option to take any of the vinyasa flows. I'm going to go back to our first variation. Knees lower to the ground. We lower everything to the floor. We release out those toes. Baby cobra lift here. Opening up the heart and collarbones. Lower to the ground. Lift the low belly. Half. Chaturanga, Ardha Chaturanga. Flip the toes. Downward facing dog here. Breathe. We have all of that on the other side, and then we move to the floor. So inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to left elbow or armpit. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to left elbow or armpit. Inhale, lift. Last time, exhale, knee to left elbow, armpit. Bring that knee back to center. Step that foot forward in between your hands, top of the mat. You can stretch out those wrists, whatever you need to do. This time we take it a little different, right? So the toes are light here on the right side. As you lift up for 3. Good. For 2. And on this last one, we hover and hold here. And then maybe the toes are just an inch off the ground or the thigh is parallel to the floor. And we start to work our hands towards our hips. Maybe the hands can come to the heart. Breathing here. Now, right thigh comes up towards your chest. Inhaling here, thigh can cross over thigh, hugging those inner thighs together here. Eagle legs. Maybe right arm comes underneath the left, eagle arms. Backs of the arms or palms might come together here. Garudasana. Inhaling here. Exhale, letting it go. Inhale here. Exhale, let it go. One more breath. And then release. Unwind those legs. Hands can come to the hips as you start to lower down. We step all the way back. Good. From here, we take a stretch for the hamstring here. Straightening out that left hip. We lift the kneecap with our thigh. Left hip back, right hip forward. Just stretching here. Breathing. Good. Right heel might eventually reach towards the floor, but right now I want to make sure we're not taxing that left kneecap. Inhaling here and exhaling. Good. Bend that left leg. Weight shifts into the hands as you step into that side plank, whatever variation you take. If that left arm is lifted up, left leg might lift for 3, 2, and 1. Lower back down towards the earth. If you're with me, final vinyasa flow, I'm going to bring my knees to the earth. Lower all the way to the ground. Release out those toes. Baby cobra lift. Lower all the way down. Lift the low belly, half push up. So Ardha Chaturanga. Flip the toes, downward facing dog. Just notice how this downward facing dog might feel different than when we started today's class. We're gonna hop or step into a seated position at the top of our mat, so whatever works for you. Breathe. From here, we're gonna find our way. And our hands can come behind our thighs and calves here, and your feet can be a little wider than hip distance to start. We're gonna take a couple cat-cow variations. So inhale, open up the heart, open up the chest. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, open up the heart and chest. Exhale, round the spine. One last variation. Inhale, open up the heart and chest. Exhale, round the spine. And now this time, arms can straighten out. Walk your feet together, and this might be enough for you here. Keeping that C shape with the body here, you're gonna reach the arms up, keep that C shape, and lower back down. Hinging at the hips here. And lower. Now from here, this lowered position, I want you to lift your heels off the ground and maybe lift the toes. Shins might come parallel to the floor. Good. Now from here, inhale here, exhale here. Inhale here, and exhale. When you're ready, inhale a little closer, and exhale. Inhale, open a little bit. Inhale, open a little bit more. Little sip of inhale. Exhale, bring it all in. Inhale, lengthen. Inhale, lengthen. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale in. One more time like that. Inhale, lengthen. Inhale, lengthen. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale. Give yourself a big hug. Good. Feet can come together, knees can come apart. Lengthening your low back, your torso here as you hinge forward. Good. And then come back to center. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Arms can reach by your side. You can always modify by bringing your hands underneath your thighs as you roll down one vertebrae at a time. From here, we're going to take a bridge position. So press down through the shoulders and heels as you lift those hips up for 3. Hands can come by your side, palms face down towards the ground. For 2. Lower back down towards the ground. Last one. And lower back down. Hug your right knee in towards your chest. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh here, figure 4 position. Now I want to make this a little bit more constructive rest. So we're going to soften the shoulders, kind of make a halo shape around your head. And just allow the shoulders and the arms to rest here as the hips lengthen. Inhale here and exhale. Breathing here. And then slowly unwind that right leg. Hug both legs in towards your chest. Take your time here. Circle out your low back. Switch direction. And then plant your feet. Arms by your side, palms face down as you lift up for 3. Lower all the way down towards the floor. Lift up for 2. Lower all the way down towards the floor. Last one, lift up. And lower all the way down towards the ground. Hug your left knee in towards your chest. Circle out the ankle, whatever you need to do here. And then cross that left foot over your right thigh. And again, feel free to reach those arms overhead, halo-like position. Just softening your shoulders. Left foot is engaged. Pinky toes head towards the shin. Breathing here with each inhale. And exhale. And then slowly unwinding. Hugging both legs in towards your chest, circling out that low back. Good. Right leg can hug in. Left leg can lengthen out long. Right arm out to the side as you gaze over your right arm. Leg crosses over your body to the left. And then come back to center. Hug your left knee in, circle out your low back. Left knee in, right leg out long. Cross that left leg over your body as your gaze over your left arm. Good. Breathing here. And then hug both knees in towards your chest. Circle out that low back. If you'd like, you can take happy baby, index and middle finger wrap around your big toes. Soften your tailbone. And then slowly lower, hugging those knees in. Feet are a little bit wider than hip distance apart, maybe mat distance apart, as you drop your knees in towards each other here. Palms can face down by your belly. Just softening your shoulders here, or if you'd like, you can bring your hands palm face down by your hips, underneath them here, just gently. Just noticing how that experience is for your low back. And then release your hands from underneath your hips. Walk your feet so they're about hip distance apart and then straightening them out long. I want you to imagine you're like standing, so your toes are facing up towards the sky, feet are hip distance apart. And you can lift your shoulders, hug your shoulder blades down and away from your ears. Your lower back is probably off the ground here. Lift your hips, tuck your tailbone ever so slightly to lengthen your low back. Now, with your toes pointed up, just softly open them out to the sides. Palms can face up by the hips here as you take your Shavasana. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling out through your mouth or nose. And welcome to Shavasana. You'll be here for a couple of minutes, so no need to rush. Try to stay here and breathe. And when you're ready, I invite you to gently wiggle your fingers and toes, and then maybe reach those arms overhead. And then slowly rolling over to the right side, you can hug your knees in towards your chest. And then find your way into a seated position. And if you like, inhale those arms up overhead. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care.